Now, the hearing against Manchester City on the 115 alleged breaches of Premier League rules is reported to be set to start next month, with the outcome known early in the new year. Here's the Times chief sports reporter, Martin Ziegler, with the key details.
The Commission had been expected to start in November, but my understanding is that this is now being brought forward, and unless there are new legal delays, should start in September, last for about 10 weeks, and then the Independent Commission will obviously need time to deliberate. And obviously it could have a seismic impact on the Premier League. If Manchester City are found to have broken the rules on the most serious charges, then I think there's a really serious threat that they would be relegated. If you look what's happened with points deductions against Everton for relatively minor breaches of financial rules, the charges against City are much more serious and much more in number. So I think there would be a real threat of that. City obviously have put a lot of money behind getting the best lawyers they can find to present their case. They say that they have irrefutable evidence that will clear them. So that will pose more questions for the Premier League if Manchester City are successful in defending their position.
Here we go.
Well, people have been waiting for it for a long, long time, haven't they?
Yeah.
City think they have an irrefutable case. But you heard Martin Ziegler mention the R word there, relegation. I tell you what I wonder, Coisty, is that people always say, oh, the players, they're not affected by what goes on off-field. But word will get out during the course of this hearing if it's going well or if it's going badly for Manchester City. You do just wonder, whether this might affect Pep in particular and his decision to, whether to carry on at the club or not, and the players as well. I mean, relegation for Manchester City.
Oh, listen, I mean, there's no doubt that's the extreme case, obviously, and that's them losing it. The one thing I would start by saying, Jeff, is I'm delighted it's eventually come. They brought it forward.
Yes,
because it gives Manchester City an opportunity to clear themselves, and it gives every other football fan in the country the opportunity to find out just what's been going on and let correct judgment take place. So that's the first thing you've got to say.
Yeah, justice has to be seen to
justice
be done, and that's
must be seen to be done
so far with this case.
Yeah, it's been ongoing. I've been critical of the time as well, and I understand it because there's a lot more charges. Understand the times, everything has to be put in place. I get all that, but from a football fan's point of view, justice has to be served, and hopefully, I can see it will happen now. But if you're asking me a question, if it doesn't go City's way, which time will tell, and they do get the R word, of course they'll be thinking about it, players and management. I'm not so sure, and I've got no evidence to make me think this way. It's just a thought I have. I'm not sure Pep will be there next year anyway.
No,
just because of time. Effectively, he doesn't. I think City's the longest period he's spent at a club, and he might be thinking maybe it's time for a rest, maybe it's time for a change. I just think that might be the case with Pep. However, the playing staff will clearly and understandably not want to play in another division if that's the case, and that is the extreme case.
We shall talk about it more during the course.
I don't think there's any doubt we will.
In the morning, absolutely. I love hearing from Paul, the Palace fan, who's been an early starter this morning. You might have heard him talking about his trampoline accident yesterday. He said, "Morning, lads. After the outpouring of emotion from all the parents out there, I can confirm my trampoline accident has caused a grade 2 hamstring injury. I've been told it will be 6 weeks before I can get on a trampoline again, 10 weeks before I can bowl bouncers at my 10-year-old. Sad times, and obviously puts me back for Los Angeles 2028. Up the Mansfield." Paul, the Palace fan. Thanks, Paul. Love to hear from you, mate. Well done.
That is excellent. There's another one here from Mark and Bolton, Jeff. Brilliant. He wants us to let us know when Rupert's tip finishes. Seemingly Rupert's tips had an absolute nightmare again yesterday.
Brilliant.
Rupert, oh dear me.
It's the most thankless task in the world, trying to tip racing winners. Look, coming up, Conor Gallagher's transfer nightmare continues, and we discuss it next.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.